Hi, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, I have before me a prayer pocket, and I love to make prayer pockets. This particular prayer pocket is entitled You're Victorious. And so I have already cut out my pieces. I have the black line outline on them. So if you have some type of cutting machine, you can use your machine to cut them out. I have the scanning cut, and so I use the scanning cut to cut out my pieces. So let's take a look. This is the pocket. Now, how do we make this pocket? Well, let's take a look at how we do this. I'm going to use my We Are Memories Keeper cutting and scoreboard. Let me move some of these things out of the way. And I am simply going to align this. And I'm going to make sure that it's on a place where I have a line, one of our lines. And let me see here. So I'm on this one. And I need to be so that it is right here. Okay, so I am going to simply score here. Just a little bit. I'm going to score here. And then I'm going to score here. I'm going to go in the wrong direction, but that's okay. So it gets scored. All right. And I just score it down a couple times. It's okay. So now that I have it scored, I'm simply going to fold it over as such. And then I'm going to burnish it a little bit so that, okay, so this is the beginning of the pocket. So let me put this away. And then, so on my pocket, before I get started, I would like to have a little bit of distress ink. So let me grab the distress ink that I would like to use. And today I think I'm going to use the Vintage Photo. And I'll use that on most of them, or maybe a little bit of this aged mahogany. So put the applicator on. And now I want my pocket on the inside, when you kind of look into it, to have a little bit of this distress. I don't want it to be white on the inside when you look into it. So I'm just going to add a little bit at the top of where each one of these will be lined up. And then let me turn it around, and I'm in camera. That's good. A little bit over here. Now this prayer pocket has 3 pockets. And I like it because it does have the 3 pockets, and it's easy to assemble. No measuring, just simply cutting it out. Okay, so now that I have it with a little bit of the distress ink, when I fold it over, you can now see where the distress is. And that's what I wanted. I didn't want it to be white. Okay, so let's take some tape. And I like to use the double-sided sticky tape. I use that a lot in my projects. I found a really good deal on Amazon. And I like the tape that I found there. It sticks very well. And it does the job. So I use it. I don't know the name of it, unfortunately. I can tell you that it came in a set, and it was approximately 5 or 6 of these rolls in the package that I received. And it might even have been 10 rolls. I can't remember now. It's been a little while since I ordered it. I'll have to go back through my history and look again, and maybe I can put the link in the comments if someone is interested. Okay, so then I take my burnishing tool and I just go press that in. And if you notice, I just put the tape on the side and the bottom of the pocket. The side and the bottom. We don't need any tape at the top. And if you would like, you could use your circle punch and punch a hole. You know, you could gauge midway. And sometimes what I do to gauge my midway is I fold it over and I pinch it just a little bit. And then I take, and this is the wrong size punch, but what I would do is I would line my middle up with the middle. I can see it. Let me see. Here we go. Okay, I can see my middle. And then what I do is line this up with my tabs on the outside here. Oh, I'm moving it on myself. Oh my goodness. Okay, so here we go, lined up. And it is lined up. There we go. And I think I moved it down just a little bit too far. There we go. And I could do that on my pockets if I wish. But I don't think I want to do that because it's not exactly the size that I want. It's okay for that top one, but it is, it would just, you know, you would be able to see in your pockets a little bit more. So while I am doing this, I have someone behind me that is making a great mess with these paints.
No, I'm not.
She is painting quietly, and she should, you know, continue painting quietly. But I'm not sure. It looks like she's mixing the paints. Okay, so once I get the tape off, I simply press this over. There we go, pressing it down. There we go, pressing it down so that all of them, so that the sides are pressed down nicely. And this is all it is to putting this together. I don't have fingernails, if you haven't noticed in my videos. My fingernails break very, very easily. So I tend to not have fingernails, which it's okay. So I just press this a little bit so that it can stay down. And now mine is off just a little bit because I did not, I think I twisted it just a little bit. So I just simply trim it down. You could use the paper trimmer if you want it. It doesn't really matter. And then there's a little bit here at the bottom. That's all. And there we go. So that is how we do this. Okay, and now I have a little bit of that black still showing around the edges. And I simply am going to peel this back a little bit and hit these tops with a little bit of this vintage photo. And let's give it a little bit of pop of color. You could do this before you tape it down. I just kind of forgot, but that's okay. You can do it before or after, it doesn't matter. And then of course I'm going to do my sides. And so this is the beginning of my pocket. Now you can add buttons and trims and lace and doilies and all kinds of things. You could even create, because it's solid on the back, you know, one solid piece, you could even put a pocket on the back, decorate it up. You could cut some of these file folders and add them as a pocket. So the file folders, I just simply fold these in half, trying to line up because I have that little piece there, lining them up. And I love these file folders because they go so nicely into these pockets. They fit perfectly. But you could also take one and put it on the back, and then you could have another writing space on the back. There are several of these file folders. I like to make mini file folders. And then there's also some tickets in there that you can use to decorate. And these journaling cards, again, I'm just going to fold them in half. I I could score them if I wish, but I'm just for the sake of time, I'm just gonna go ahead and fold them in half if I can get it in half. Well, I say it would take, there we go. So just fold it in half, or you could score it. And this one has a little scripture here and then writing space on the inside. So this is the You Are Victorious prayer pocket. It is new to my shop, and it has several little tags, little mini tags that also go very well in the pockets. You can add things to them. You can make some other additional things, but these all go really well and nice together. I love the colors. And so check out, there's other things as well. You can do a lot with this. And so check out this prayer pocket. It is in my shop, and I will drop the link to my shop down in the bottom of the video. So thanks so much for watching. Have a blessed day.
Mom, I was making a Tafferty.